This person reported a vulnerability in Shopify GraphQL API and was rewarded with $5,000. So let's dive deep into this report. What went wrong? So in Shopify system, there is this flaw called an insecure direct object reference, and that was the vulnerability reported by this person. So think of this like normally you should be able to access your own billing information, right? But because of this flaw, anyone could access other people's billing details. So the variable that is vulnerable here is billing invoice ID. How did this happen? Well, Shopify assigns ID numbers to each invoice. These numbers are supposed to be random, but they weren't. They were easy to guess or figure out because they followed a pattern. So if someone knew the pattern, they could get access to other people's invoices. For example, if the ID number is 256, then the attacker can guess 257 and try to fetch other people's ID numbers. The next question is, what could they get from this? So with this flaw, they could grab all sorts of sensitive stuff. For example, email address, home addresses. To actually understand this requests and responses in GraphQL, you need to understand how the GraphQL structure works, what are operations, what are variables. Then you will be able to understand. Okay, let's understand this API request. So when it comes to GraphQL, you need to understand three terms, that is query, mutation, and subscription. So query is like GET request and it is used to fetch data from the server. Now mutation is used to modify data on the server, for example, like post, delete, patch, or put. And third one is subscription, which is used to get real-time updates from the server, which is not really important in this case. What you need to understand is the query operation, because basically the attacker is fetching data from the server and is not modifying anything. But the interesting thing is you can see the HTTP method here is post. It's because in GraphQL API, the HTTP method is always post. And the thing that actually matter is query and mutation. So that's why I explained you those in a very short manner, but if you want to go in detail again, you can check out that video. There is an operation name over here, that is bill details, and you can see type is query. As we know, query is used to fetch data. So this is basically fetching billing details of a particular user. Now look at this body part. This body has this ID and there is a value in here. So this ID value is actually predictable. That's why the attacker was able to predict the value and get the billing details of the other user. It's really simple. You don't have to look at all this. These are just some other value, data value that the attacker wants to fetch. You can even modify this, but it's just the structure of the GraphQL API. What matters more here is this ID, because this is an identifier here. Now this is how the response looks like. Now there's another thing the person who reported this vulnerability mentioned is you can also download the PDF of the invoice. And he's doing that by using a mutation type. Obviously, a person is trying to perform some kind of action, and in this case, GraphQL uses mutation, right? So the operation name is billing document download, and that's how you can download the billing details of any user. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to check out my new website where you can read API related blogs and how to hack APIs. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.